8 simple habits that transform your home. Most people think a clean home comes from expensive products and hours of hard work, but I'm Marcus, and here on Seniors Cleaning Hacks, I'm going to show you something completely different. The secret isn't what you buy, it's what you know. I've discovered 8 small, quiet habits that people with the most peaceful, clean-feeling homes share. And the best part? Each one takes just minutes. Your back doesn't have to ache. Your knees don't have to hurt. You'll feel proud walking into your own space again. If you're ready to transform how your home feels without breaking a sweat, hit that subscribe button right now. Habit number 1. The forgotten door strategy. Let me start with something you probably don't think about much: your door. Not the rooms inside. The actual entry point, your front door and back door. These doors are like your home's greeting. They're the first thing visitors notice. More importantly, they're the first thing that tells your brain whether a place feels clean or not. Think about your door right now. Not the one in your memory, the actual one. Look at it honestly. Is the handle grimy? Are there fingerprints around the knob? Is there dust collected near the bottom? Sticky spots near the lock? Most of us stop seeing our doors because we pass through them every single day. Our eyes glaze right past them. Here's what I learned. People whose homes feel genuinely clean and fresh share one habit. They clean their doors once every week. Not a major scrub, just a gentle, thoughtful wipe. This takes about 5 minutes. Here's exactly how to do it. Grab a soft cloth, fill a small bowl with warm soapy water, add a little white vinegar. This helps cut through buildup. Now wipe down the doorknob and lock area. Pay special attention to the edges of the door frame. Wipe the area below the handle where shoes and bags bump it constantly. Don't forget the threshold where dust loves to hide. While you're at it, include other touch points. Wipe your refrigerator handle. Wipe the dishwasher front. Wipe cabinet doors under the sink. Wipe your microwave handle. Wipe the oven door. These surfaces get touched 100 times a day, and they're where invisible grime collects. Why does this matter so much? Because your brain scans for contrast. A house can look perfectly organized, but if the doorknob is dull and smudged, your mind registers it as unclean. The moment those surfaces shine, your entire home feels refreshed. It's a trick of perception, but it's real and it's powerful. One man named David told me after trying this for just 2 weeks, his whole house felt like someone had come through with a professional cleaning crew. He only wiped his doors and handles. Nothing else changed, but everything felt different.
If these habits are helping you, drop a comment below and let me know which one you're most excited to try. And don't forget, share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Habit number 2, the air that breathes your home back to life. Now let me tell you about 2 people I knew. Both were in their 70s. Both lived quietly on the same street. Both loved to bake bread and cook hearty meals. Their lives looked nearly identical, but there was one strange difference. When you walked into the first home, something felt heavy, stale, like old cooking smells had settled into everything. Toast from yesterday, pot roast from the weekend, cooking oil that lingered. It wasn't a dirty smell exactly, just trapped, tired air that seemed tired of being inside. The second home, different world entirely. You'd step through the door and feel like someone had opened a window into spring. Fresh, light, calm, clear. The woman in that second home was named Eleanor. I asked her secret. She laughed and said she had only one real habit that made the difference. Once every single week, no matter what the weather did, Eleanor opened every window in her entire house. Every single one, for exactly 10 minutes. Even in winter, I asked? Especially in winter, she said. Maybe more in winter. Here's the science behind why this works. Everything soft in your home, curtains, rugs, cushions, couch arms, throw blankets, your favorite recliner, even your mattress, acts like a giant sponge. These fabrics absorb every smell floating through your air. Cooking smells, pet odors, bathroom air, mildew, dust. Over weeks and months, all these smells mix together. They create that stuck, lived-in feeling that no spray can fix. Fresh air is free. It's powerful. Opening your windows completely resets the air in your home. It releases years of trapped smells. It lets heaviness escape. Eleanor told me something that stuck with me. I'm not airing out the house, she said. I'm releasing it. Releasing everything it's been holding. Here's how to do it. Pick one day each week. Sunday works for many people. Open your front door completely. Open your back door. Open every window in every room. Even if it seems unnecessary. Even if it's cold outside. Turn on a fan to help the air move through faster. Leave everything open for just 10 minutes. That's all. Then close everything up. What happens after? Your house doesn't just smell fresher. It feels fresher, lighter, brighter, like your walls took a deep breath, like your floors are relieved, like your whole space got lighter. People who visit will notice instantly, even if they can't put their finger on what's different. There's just a sense of clarity, of freshness. A couple in Maine told me they were worried about their heating bills, so they hesitated to try this, but Eleanor's explanation changed their minds. They opened the windows anyway. The difference was so noticeable that they now open them twice a week, even in January. Habit number 3, the one drawer reset that stops chaos. Every home has that drawer. You know the one. You open it, and instantly you feel a little panic rising in your chest. Maybe it's the junk drawer in your kitchen, or the catch-all drawer in your hallway, or that side table drawer in your living room that's become a black hole. Inside is a confusing mix. Dead batteries next to birthday candles, old receipts mixed with a broken remote control, 3 pens that don't work, a half-melted cough drop stuck to an old coupon, rubber bands tangled with string, coins rolling around, takeout menus from restaurants that closed years ago. You stare at it for a moment, then close it quick. Not today. But here's the truth. About that one drawer, it's never alone. Where there's one messy drawer, there's usually a messy cabinet nearby, a closet that feels overwhelming, a corner you avoid. And that feeling starts to spread. This quiet sense of my home is slipping away from me creeps in. Not because your whole house is messy, but because these hidden places feel forgotten. People whose homes feel truly organized and clean know a secret. They do a one-drawer reset every single week. Just one, not perfect, not like magazine photos, just reset. Clean, clear, usable. Here's the method. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Pick just one drawer or shelf or small space. Put on some music if you like. Now look at everything inside. Toss what's trash. Wipe the bottom of the drawer or shelf with a cloth. Group similar items together. Put back only what belongs. That's it. Something almost magical happens when you finish. That one cleared space sends a message to your brain. It says you're not losing control. You're choosing order. You're reclaiming your space. And that feeling lingers, like fresh sheets, like polished shoes, like finally being able to walk through a closet without squeezing past boxes. A woman named Patricia started doing this, and she told me 2 months later that her whole relationship with her home changed. She wasn't cleaning more, she wasn't organizing everything at once, but that one drawer each week, it interrupted the pattern of chaos. It gave her back agency over her space. This is Marcus from Seniors Cleaning Hacks, reminding you to hit that like button if these tips are making sense to you. Comment below with your biggest cleaning challenge. I read them all.
Habit number 4, the 5-minute shine for high-touch surfaces. You just cleaned, you wiped counters, you swept the floor, everything looks tidy, but something still feels off. The space doesn't feel as clean as you want it to feel. It's strange because objectively it looks fine, but your gut tells you something's missing. This is usually about forgotten zones, not big messes, but subtle ones. Places your hands touch constantly, but your eyes never really focus on. Let me list some of these places. The door handles on your cabinets, the edges of your dishwasher door, your refrigerator handle, the buttons on your microwave, your light switches, the trim around doorways where dust settles, the faucet handles, the edges of drawers. These aren't filthy, they're just slightly sticky or subtly smudged. Duh. But that dullness creates a shadow effect. It makes the whole room feel less clean than it actually is. People with homes that feel spotlessly clean tend to follow what I call the 5-minute shine habit. Once a week, usually on a quiet afternoon, they grab a damp cloth and walk through their kitchen and main living areas. They don't try to clean everything. They focus only on what their hands touch most. Fridge handle, microwave buttons and top, dishwasher edge, cabinet knobs under the sink, light switches, door handles. That's it. 5 minutes maximum, no perfection required, just a gentle wipe. Why does this work so well? Because your eyes are drawn to contrast. When a white refrigerator handle has yellowed handprints, your brain reads the whole kitchen as messy. But when that handle gleams, the entire room suddenly feels sharper, brighter, cleaner. I suggested this to a man named Vernon. He's 78, lives alone, and takes pride in keeping his space nice. He was skeptical that this small habit would matter much, but one afternoon he decided to try it. He wiped his kitchen handles. He cleaned the inside edge of his microwave. He wiped the top of his trash can lid. The next day he called me. He said, "I don't know what happened, but my house feels like a hotel now." That's what he said, a hotel. And he hadn't deep cleaned anything. He just refreshed what matters most to the eye, the places his hands touch without thinking about it. Try this week. 5 minutes, one cloth, fresh feeling that stays around long after you finish.
Habit number 5. Caring for soft fabrics that hide smells. What does your home smell like right now? I want you to really think about this. If someone blindfolded you, led you through your front door, and then took off the blindfold, would you know immediately that this is your home just by the smell? Most people would, not because their homes stink, but because every house has a unique smell signature, one that the people living there can't smell anymore because they've become used to it, but visitors notice it instantly. Here's something surprising. That smell isn't floating freely in the air. It's trapped, held, stuck in fabric. Your cushions are like giant sponges. Your curtains absorb smells. Your throw blankets soak them up. Your rugs, your couch, your mattress, your towels, all the soft things in your home are working like filters, collecting and holding every smell that drifts through the air. Cooking smells from dinner 3 nights ago. Pet odors, the smell of sweat. Bathroom air, that burnt toast smell from weeks past. Mildew, dust. All of it gets trapped and held. And here's the problem. No spray can penetrate into fabric. No candle can reach down into the fibers. So the smell stays. It builds. It becomes the signature scent of your home. People whose homes smell fresh and clean follow one habit. They do what I call the soft sweep. Once each week, they spend a few minutes caring for the fabrics in their home. Here's what the soft sweep looks like. Grab your fabric-safe deodorizer, walk through your home, and spritz soft surfaces gently. Your couch, your chairs, your curtains. If you prefer unscented, use that. Next, grab a pillow, take it outside or to a window, and fluff it and shake it out. Shake out several if you can. The sun helps kill bacteria and refresh fibers. Use the soft brush attachment on your vacuum. Run it over cloth furniture. It pulls out dust and debris without harming fabric. If you have a throw blanket, hang it outside in the sun for 30 minutes if the weather allows. Sunlight is like nature's cleaner. Wash one small item, just one. A pillow cover, a small throw blanket, the bathroom rug. One small item each week means that over 4 weeks, multiple pieces are refreshed. The goal isn't perfection. It's refreshed. It's maintained. When the things holding smells are treated with care, your entire home breathes better. And so do you. A couple in Florida had 4 cats and kept everything tidy, but there was always a faint smell they couldn't shake. They tried sprays and candles and everything else. Nothing worked. Then they started doing the soft sweep once a week. That faint funk vanished completely.
Habit number 6. Cleaning your cleaning tools. Here's a question I want to ask you. When was the last time you cleaned your vacuum, your mop, the filter in your washing machine, the sponge you wipe your counter with? It sounds almost silly to clean your cleaning tools. It sounds like something only extreme neat freaks would do. But this habit, overlooked by most people, is absolutely foundational to homes that don't just look clean, they feel clean. Here's why. Every time you run your vacuum, it's pulling dust, hair, skin cells, pet dander, and all sorts of particles from your floor. But if you never empty the canister, clean the filter, or wipe down the head, you're just recirculating all that gunk every single time. It keeps spreading around. The same thing happens with the mop head that's never washed, or a dish sponge that's been sitting in your sink for 2 weeks straight, or a washing machine with the moldy seal, or a dishwasher with a clogged filter. The dirty tool spreads dirt and smell and bacteria everywhere. People whose homes feel genuinely spotless understand something important. Their tools need love and attention too. That's why they do what I call the cleaner reset once every month. Set a timer for 20 minutes and go through your home. Rinse your mop head completely. Air dry it. Throw out your kitchen sponge or microwave it damp for 1 minute to kill bacteria. If you have a vacuum, empty it completely and wipe down the base. Run a rinse cycle in your washing machine using white vinegar. Check the dishwasher filter and scrub it clean under running water. Don't forget your toilet brush holder. Actually clean it. It's not glamorous, but it changes everything. Why? Because when your tools are clean, they work better. Your house gets cleaned faster with less effort and more actual impact. Plus, there are no hidden smells, no sour mop smell, no musty vacuum scent drifting through the room. A man named Robert discovered this by accident. He cleaned his vacuum filter one day and realized how much gunk it built up. He said, "I was spreading dirt around while thinking I was cleaning." From that day on, he added tool maintenance to his routine. His home felt cleaner immediately. Subscribe to Seniors Cleaning Hacks for more simple habits that make a real difference. I post new tips every week that'll change how you feel about your space.
Habit 7. The guest mindset. Seeing your home with fresh eyes. There's a quiet trick that people with genuinely clean homes often practice. It doesn't require any supplies. It doesn't require elbow grease. It's purely about imagination and perspective. I call this the guest mindset. Here's how it works. Once a week, or maybe once a month, you pretend that someone you care about deeply is coming to visit tomorrow. Not a cleaning inspector, not someone to impress with perfection, but someone you genuinely love. Maybe an old friend you haven't seen in years. Maybe a beloved cousin from out of state. Maybe someone you admire, a favorite spiritual leader, a kind neighbor, a cherished grandchild you don't get to see very often. Now imagine that this person is arriving tomorrow. And now, walk through your home slowly, room by room. But this time, walk through their eyes. See what they would see. Suddenly you notice things you haven't noticed in weeks. The stack of mail that somehow became permanent on the kitchen counter. A trail of dust near the hallway baseboard. A bathroom mirror that could use a quick shine. Pillows that have slouched into weird shapes on the sofa. That odd smell near the laundry room that you stopped noticing months ago because you live with it daily. This isn't about judgment. It's about fresh eyes. When we live somewhere long enough, we literally stop seeing it. We walk past the same pile every single day. We light the same candle to mask a smell we can't smell anymore. We tell ourselves it's good enough. But when you imagine someone coming, someone kind, someone thoughtful, your mind resets. Your eyes wake up. Your home becomes visible again. That's when the real magic starts. You don't deep clean. You don't redecorate. You do what I call a guest reset. Here's what it might include. Wipe your bathroom counter and faucet. Shake out your welcome mat. Straighten books and cushions. Put away clutter from the entryway. Open the windows for 5 minutes. Swap out a towel if needed. Light a gentle-smelling candle. These actions aren't about showing off. They're about honoring the space you live in, treating it as if someone special is about to see it. And here's the secret that nobody talks about. You are the special guest. You deserve to live in a space that feels fresh, cared for, and noticed, even if no one else is coming over. A woman named Diane, 84 years old and a retired teacher, told me she does this every single Friday morning. She pretends her granddaughter and the granddaughter's fiancé are coming by at noon. They live 3 states away, so they never actually come. But she fluffs the pillows anyway. She sets out 2 nice glasses,
She straightens things up. "Why do you do it if they're not coming?" I asked her. "Because it makes me feel ready," she said. "Ready for what?" "Ready to live. Ready to notice. Ready to enjoy my own home as if it's a gift again." Try this. Once each week, give your home a slow walkthrough from the perspective of your best self. See it the way someone who loves you would see it. Because when we prepare for kindness and care, we create beauty, even if no one else ever sees it but us.
Habit number 8. The splash zone nobody talks about. Let's be completely honest. There's one room in every home that's trickier than others. It's small, it's personal, and no matter how hard you scrub the floor or how often you clean the toilet, something about it never quite smells completely clean. I'm talking about the bathroom, and more specifically, I want to talk about something called the splash zone. This isn't fancy terminology. It's not from any official cleaning manual. I learned about it years ago, and once I understood it, I couldn't unsee it. Here's what it means, and I'll be direct about this, because understanding it changes everything. When someone uses the toilet, especially men standing up, urine doesn't just fall into the bowl. Tiny microscopic droplets spray outward. Some bounce off the rim, others drift up into the air when you flush. Some of those droplets land on the floor, on the walls, on the baseboards, on the back of the toilet, even on the trash bin nearby. Unless you're specifically cleaning those exact spots, you're not really cleaning your bathroom. The smell you've been trying to get rid of with sprays and candles and air fresheners, that lingering funk that won't go away, it's probably the splash zone. This is why people with truly spotless, fresh-smelling bathrooms keep one specific habit. They clean the zone. Once every week, or even just twice a month, they take a disinfecting cloth or warm water with vinegar and they systematically wipe the splash zone. Here's exactly what you clean. Wipe the floor around the toilet in every direction about 2 feet out. Wipe the wall behind the toilet and beside it. Wipe the base of the toilet, including the bolts and plastic caps. Wipe the bottom of the toilet seat and the hinges where smells hide. Wipe the underside of the lid, and yes, wipe the handle too. This takes less than 3 minutes total. No scrubbing required, no bleach needed, no gloves and goggles. Just a soft cloth, warm water, and the willingness to focus on what others don't talk about. One gentleman I met, a retired military veteran named Walt, discovered this by accident. He thought his bathroom was clean. He even lit a candle every morning to keep it smelling fresh. But the smell kept coming back. One day, frustrated, he wiped the wall behind the toilet on a whim. That smell? Gone. Completely gone. He told me, "I couldn't believe something so simple was the answer. I've been lighting candles for years when the real problem was right there the whole time." The splash zone is quiet. It's forgotten. It's the one spot that makes your bathroom shift from clean enough to genuinely fresh and calm. Once you clean it once, you'll wonder why nobody ever taught you this before. Try it this week. Clean the unseen and reclaim the crisp, calm bathroom air that you deserve.
Closing. Your home, your choice. You don't need a brand new home to feel proud of where you live. You don't need to scrub every corner or chase down every speck of dust. You need one thing: attention. Small, quiet, consistent attention to the spaces we usually overlook. A wiped handle, an opened window, a fluffed pillow, a splash zone cleaned with intention, a drawer reset, a guest perspective. These aren't chores. They're acts of love toward your home, your peace of mind, and the life you've built inside these walls. As we get older, it's easy to feel like things are slipping out of our hands, things we used to control. But your home doesn't have to be one of those things. You still have the power. You still get to shape how your space feels, how it smells, how it holds you gently and safely and with quiet dignity. Don't chase perfection. You've earned the right to rest. But in just 5 or 10 minutes a day, you can create a space that reflects the very best parts of you. Your warmth, your care, your quiet pride in where you live. You deserve to walk into your own home and feel that small moment of contentment.
Not just once a year on a good day, but every single day when you wake up. So try one habit this week, just one, and then watch how everything starts to shift. Not only in your home, but in the way you feel when you open your eyes each morning. Your space. You get to choose how it feels. Thank you for spending this time with me on Seniors Cleaning Hacks. Subscribe, like, and share this with someone in your life who needs to hear it. Comment below and tell me which habit you're most excited to try. Until next time, take care of your home and let it take care of you.